In today's example of rich men think like broke men when it comes to hating us. It doesn't matter if they have no money, if they have a lot of money, or anywhere in between, they can hate us equally, and they will all call us gold diggers. And what that really means is it's code word for I don't respect women's labor and I feel entitled to the world. And I'm a perpetual victim of patriarchy, and these women are using me because I'm the prize. Any man that thinks he's the prize, if you know, I am not going to talk about someone who thinks he's a prize who's in the news right now, even though I wish they'd focus on his wife. Anyway, any man that thinks he's a prize, any man that calls us women females, who talks about 50-50 and tables and walls, especially the gold digger thing, because I swear the biggest hobosexuals will call you a gold digger. And even and they're all on the hobosexual spectrum. Even if they have a lot of money, they will still somehow use you for money, even if they have plenty, even if they're born into it. And we're going to give you an example right now from this is my column of a column. In case you're wondering where I am, where my dog is, he's inside living his best life because it's kind of cool here. It's hot as fork, and I'm silly enough to be outside in this. But anyway, Lucky is my in-laws' dog, and he is the stand-in sleeping dog who doesn't care what I'm talking about for Moe's right now. But let's go over this story and see all the red flags, because they all do the same tactics, y'all. They all do the same tactics. So this is from my what the hell mail column, a column of a column. And I'm going to be going over one that was written into Carolyn. You know, I usually agree with Carolyn. By the way, if you're not following my Patreon, please do, because you can see all my travel stuff there, personal stories. I got a live coming up with Cecilia Regina on August 7th. More details about that soon. And I have a live coming up in early September with a lawyer who took, one of the lawyers who took down Larry Nassar. So anyway, okay. Dear Carolyn, my fiance and I bought a house last year with help from his parents. Though we both make good salaries, he comes from a rich family and I was raised by a single mom. His parents insisted on giving us the money for our down payment and closing costs. And my mom gave us a dishwasher, which was very generous of all of them, and also appreciated. By the way, I did not realize this until recently, maybe the last 5 years, that this is how people are able to get homes. I had no idea that people's parents do this. Because I was like, good, I'm such a loser, I don't own a home. So I was like, you do realize that people's parents a lot of times are paying the down payment and all this other stuff. I had no idea. So if you did not know that, maybe you can feel a little less bad about yourself, despite the housing crisis and the cost of living crisis and all of this stuff. That's one factor. If you do not have parents who are like, here's money to buy a home, or at least the deposit, or whatever you call it, down payment. I don't even know. I'm so dumb with this stuff. It may not be because you suck. It just might be a parents helping out and people that you didn't know were helping out. Anyway, I have lots of privileges. Definitely not saying I don't. I just didn't realize this was something that parents did. Anyway, we have been working like mad on fixing the house up to get it ready for our wedding. Neither of us is very experienced with do-it-yourself. I am not shocked about her husband, fiance. So it's been a difficult, stressful process and caused some tension between us. We were discussing what kind of flooring to get for the front hall, and I wanted the more expensive but easier to work with stuff, because she understands that time is valuable and time equates to money. So even they're going to have to hire someone to put the other, whatever. Single mom. So I was raised by a single mom, so I'm already in her corner. I don't know. I forget exactly what happens with this, but I know the theme of it, and I can't stand this man. Anyway, we got into a fight that escalated to the point of him accusing me of being a gold digger. If any man calls you this, you need to run immediately. Men don't say this out loud. Usually, if they say this out loud, they have been thinking this a while. Please do not ignore this massive red flag. Being a gold digger who was after, I hope you can't hear the neighbor who was always working on his yard, because I don't know if he just can't stand his wife or he's just can't stand to sit still, but literally he's always, anyway, whatever. At least he's doing something. Accused me of being a gold digger who was after his money. I was in shock. So that means he's hidden this for a while. And I asked him why he would think that. And he said, because you told me about how you grew up poor. And he's had this thought in the back of his head since we bought the house. He told me he has a spreadsheet where I forgot about these details, y'all. This is so bad. Where he keeps track of how much he's spent on me versus how much I've spent on him. And he has spent thousands more on me, not even counting the money his parents gave us. Y'all, any man that is keeping tabs in general, but with a spreadsheet, oh man, you are in danger. To quote Ghost, the movie Ghost, Whoopi Goldberg, you're in danger, girl. Like just this one detail, but I'm pretty sure it gets worse. Hold on, I read this like days and days ago. I told him that didn't sound right since we split all costs 50-50. Okay. This man comes from so much money and they split all costs 50-50, even though they both have great jobs. Why? Anyway, and he admitted it included my engagement. Oh my God. Oh my God. It is not a gift if he puts it on his little spreadsheet. This is the perfect example of how transactional men are. And how radicalized they are into patriarchy. I don't know if he's watching red pill stuff online or he just grew up with this mindset, because they don't need to be watching this stuff online to think this way. But a lot of men think this way now, and it is with the help of all these men who have been given microphones and platforms. Anyway, it is a family heir. I forgot about this. His great aunt gave him, but he was counting the value. Oh my God. Oh my God. He didn't even buy it. He didn't even buy it. Oh my God. I wish I had my hold on. What times like this, I need my pointer because I don't know what to do with my energy. He didn't even buy it, y'all. He didn't spend any money. He is counting what hit. Oh my God. This is so bad. This is so bad. Please if you do not understand why this is so bad, even if he had bought it, worked hard, saved money for the ring, and put it on a spreadsheet, that's bad, but it's not even his. This is the most entitled king baby crap I've ever seen. No, not that I've ever seen. Sorry, being dramatic. But this is bad. Later, he apologized, but I'm still hurt and angry. I feel paranoid that maybe his family said something. They probably did. And if they did and they got in his ear and he believes them over, and is willing to risk his life, who cares? But yeah, they probably did. I'm really sad that all this, look who it is. No, he is like, I am not performing. Mose is on strike. Just want to make sure they don't think you're dead because they haven't seen you in a long time. Right, Mose? Okay. I'm really sad that all this time I've been loving him and thinking he was wonderful. And he's been thinking this way about me and even documenting it so he could throw it in my face. Y'all, never underestimate how cruel men can be. I had no idea how cruel my ex was until after. Once you start finding things, at a certain point, you just have to stop looking. You just have to, once you're out, Bourbon Bougie did a video about this, or I saw it today. I don't know when she posted it. About once you realize that they are scum and they hate you, and you have all the evidence you need, don't go and try to find more. You do not need more. It is just going to hurt more. But find whatever you need to motivate you to get out. This is enough. He said the spreadsheet is just an anxiety thing. Oh, this is how men will weaponize therapy speak, and this is why they want us obsessed with their mental health crisis. Yeah, join the club. We have a lot of anxiety because y'all kill us all the time. We're afraid all y'all are gonna unalive us every moment. That's a little anxiety, but I don't keep a spreadsheet. And actually, oh my God, what am I doing? And actually, God, y'all. Let me tell you something. What I realized when I dated that little hobo, I was like, wow. Because I grew up dealing with a lot of rich teenage boys. And then when I lived in my truck and I worked in the outdoor adventure industry, and we all lived in our trucks and we're getting paid like $60 a day to work like 24 hours. I dealt with all like Hollywood kids, like the most famous kids ever. And I've dealt with a lot of rich people. I worked in Jackson Hole as a whitewater raft guide. Jackson Hole is like so many rich people there. And we were all living in our trucks or in like closets and stuff. And what I realized is that the victim mentality and the entitlement of the hobo that I dated was exactly the same as the entitlement of like the richest spoiled brat dude I've ever met. It's just the two different sides of the same coin, the same entitlement coin. So look for entitlement. First thing in every man, that is what you need to look for. Entitlement. They all have it because they're raised under patriarchy. It's the same way white people, we all have entitlement. We had to unlearn because of whiteness and all the crap we've been indoctrinated with. They're going to have it, but how much are they working on it? How much aware are they of? How much do they have left? Because this is life-threatening level of entitlement. Anyway, look who came back. Now he wants to be on camera, but just he's just not going to look at y'all. I don't blame him. Look at this view. Anyway, it's just an anxiety thing, and he loves me and wants us to work on fixing things. There's no fixing this. How are you going to fix this? How do you fix a man with this level of entitlement? Like, he has shown his cards. Good for her, they're not married yet, but like, there is no fixing this. Couples counseling won't fix this. This is the thing. Once you see something this big, you can't unsee it. A spreadsheet of how you are just not that valuable, but he's doing a math equation always to see just how valuable you are, and it's really never going to be enough because he's the prize. Because again, it doesn't matter if they're spoiled rotten and come from so much wealth, or, like my ex who was a hobo and was so angry and entitled because he didn't have all the things that the rich men had, but he had the entitlement of whiteness and being a dude, a cishet man, able-bodied, from the U.S. Like, he had all of these things that like make him feel like he's the center, but had like no money. So I'm not saying that the hobosexuals are more dangerous, because I think more money gives you more power in terms of the way you can really screw over someone's life if they leave. So I was really grateful that he didn't have money. Because he couldn't afford a tracker on my car and all this stuff. But the thing about men like my ex is that he's so angry that he doesn't have the kingdom that he was promised. So angry. I almost feel like he was more entitled than the rich, spoiled dudes. Maybe I'm wrong. It's a case-by-case scenario, but I couldn't believe somebody who had no money was that. And it was his own. And just so we're clear, this is not a class thing. He did not grow up with, I think he grew up like working class or whatever. But all of his money he spent on drinking, cigarettes. Like literally the man just, I've told y'all that I paid for all of our dates. I paid for the gas. I paid for every trip we went on. And when we went to the Renaissance Festival, he decided he needed a kilt, a $250 kilt. And that was the first time he got violent, is because I wouldn't give him money to buy a kilt. So the man wasted money all the time. So it wasn't even about money. It was the mindset, right? I'm not ever going to like defend billionaires and millionaires or capitalism on here. But I'm just saying, like, a lot of times it really is not even about money. It's about this conditioning, this socialization. Okay, before y'all freak out, there's a dog. Moses' best friend is visiting right now, and he's probably going to enter Moses, like, is so in love with this dog. Well, here he comes. Here we go. They're like Milo and Otis. Oh, and Lucky is a little jealous. I'm going to wrap this up because there's this dog party is a little, this best friend just showed up. Just so you can see. Look at this dog. Okay, Lucky, now. Oh my God, they're making it so hard for... He is literally licking his butthole right now. Okay, let's try to get through this before some dog stuff happens. He wants to fix things. I think I do too, but then I think of what he said and I get overwhelmed. How can I get over this? You can't. Leave now. Now, I'm just going to show y'all some examples of what other people said. I have never seen such a... Moses crying. He loves his dog so much. Okay, let's see what Carolyn said. Let's get through this because I remember agreeing what she says. Gold digger? Woo! I don't know. I don't know that I could or that you should. Boom. He not only has kept the thought in the back of his mind for months, years, that you have poor values and ulterior motives and can't be trusted, but kept records in the event he needed to prove it. Oh, here we go. Oh my gosh. So, sorry, I'm very distracted by all the dog stuff going on, but anyway, that's the thing, and that is a great point. He doesn't trust her with money. He thinks she makes poor judgment. He thinks she has the judgment, and it's not. The spreadsheet is about much bigger things, and about the way he thinks of this woman, how he doesn't trust her, how he looks down on her. Like, clearly he is super elitist and classist or whatever. He's like, you're poor. Your mom just gave it. You know what I mean? Like, I wish I had more hopeful answer. I wish I had a more hopeful answer for you. But he either lashed out impulsively and didn't mean it, or accidentally told the truth. Those are the only two choices. And I believe that he probably told the truth because if he didn't have the spreadsheet, maybe he lashed out and said something and he hit below the belt. But the spreadsheet means this is not an accident. He's been doing this. The spreadsheet is everything. And the first is this stretch when there's a spreadsheet as evidence for the second. Exactly. Plus, the first is so vicious in its own right. Exactly. It's so violent. He says he loves you. Okay. But trusts, respects, believes in? Does he feel lucky every day to be the person you chose? That right there. He doesn't. The existence of a spreadsheet means that this is not how he thinks. He is the prize. That is his mindset. Or he would not be having a spreadsheet. Any man that thinks he's the prize, and then he has patriarchy to back up all of that, watch out. Best case scenario, you get cheated on. Okay, best case, just an anxiety thing still casts you as a threat to be controlled. So the work on fixing things doesn't sound like do it yourself, but instead couples counseling at the least. The family paranoia, by the way, is wasted stress. Each of you stands on your own authority in choosing your partner 100%, or you're not ready to be anyone's partner. Boom. Oh, there I go again, saying like war language, not necessarily. If he's that susceptible to their influence, then the problem is still between the two of you. So that's where your attention belongs. Oh, right there, y'all. I talk about this a lot, y'all, but if a man is like so influenced by his mom especially, but by his parents, or trying to prove something to daddy or whatever, this man is not confident. If he can't stand up to his parents, or he just like goes along with whatever they say and they can get in his ear and completely change the way he thinks, do not marry that man. You are going to be enemy number one to that family, and triangulation is already happening. Like, this never ends well. Never. So there were some people in the comments being like, "Get couples counseling." Maybe, but I'd run for the hills. Be glad he showed you so clearly what he is before you wasted decades of your life. He's a scorekeeper. I think I'd get into some counseling before I married this guy. A red flag. No, not counseling. You can't counsel out of this. Not this level. The spreadsheet means he meant what he said, and it wasn't in a fit of anger. I just want to show you how many people literally just said, run, 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 run. I just stopped taking screenshots after a while. Run, run. This is men and women. Run, run, red flag, run, 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 run. I have never seen such agreement. Like, I'm not even going to show you anymore because they were all like, run. There's a few people like, maybe I can't say run. But you know, when men are telling you to run, you need to run. Because the men will give men the benefit of the doubt. Women will give men the benefit of the doubt. You know, men will always have these theoretical, what if he said? Everyone was like, run. Oh, here we go. What are y'all doing? Ugh. Anyway, that's it for now. This isn't about the ballerina farms, but it kind of blinks to it. Just like, and I don't know if I'm going to make another video about that because it just keeps getting worse and more whatever. The lesson from that is that any man who will not buy you gifts, any man who is making you work unnecessarily hard, any man that keeps you pregnant all the time, any man that takes you away from your family and isolates you or uses words like gold digger, any man who's just like that entitlement and that sense of ownership and that sense of him being the king baby, that stuff is never going to end well for any woman. Any woman. And just whether they have a lot of money like this dude or no money like my hobo, they can still think exactly the same. And I find that fascinating and terrifying. Let me know what you think. Like, comment, share, follow my Patreon if you want to see more stuff, especially my lives coming up. And thanks for listening. Et voila! This is the Comet Song in Anthony's Village Edition. This is our morning walk, looking at all the horses and ponies. It's hot as for today, so the walk was short, but we saw the stuff. Comet song. The Comet song is ending soon. Now I'm not gonna show you anything, so you can actually write instead of me distracting you, because if you have ADHD, you may not leave a comment because you can't stop watching. Okay, 3, 2, 1, Comet song, done.